Hey, what's going on, guys? Crimson Desert just landed a massive update, and this one really changes the way the game feels from the moment you load in. The latest patch is rolling out across platforms, with the update already available on Steam for PC, PlayStation, Xbox, and the Epic Games Store, while Steam Mac and the Mac App Store were still marked as in progress at the time of the official notice. Right away, the headline feature is the new difficulty setup, because now the game gives you easy, normal, and hard options under Settings, Play. That is a pretty meaningful shift for anyone who wanted more control over how punishing or relaxed the journey should feel. Easy lowers the pressure by reducing the damage you take, trimming enemy health, aggression, and movement speed, and even giving you a wider window for parry and dodge, while hard turns the heat up by making enemies tougher, faster, and more aggressive. Shrinking the timing for defensive moves, cutting roll invincibility, and making bosses more likely to counterattack or escape when they are struck. On top of that, food effects on hard no longer kick in instantly. They wait until the eating animation fully finishes, which makes the whole mode feel a little more deliberate and a lot less forgiving. The developers also tease that boss rematches are coming soon, which is a nice touch for players who already cleared a bunch of fights and want another shot at their favorite enemies. But this update is not just about combat difficulty, because the storage and housing side of the game also got a serious upgrade. One of the standout additions is the Sturdy Gatherables chest, a housing item with 1,000 slots that can be bought from furniture shops and used to store materials for crafting or refinement, even when they are not in your backpack. Alongside that, the new Cuckoo Cooler and Enhanced Cuckoo Cooler give you even more room for food items and ingredients, with the smaller version holding 40 slots and the upgraded one holding 330, and both still letting you use those ingredients for cooking without carrying them around. There is also a collectibles chest for quest items and crafting recipes, plus a wardrobe outfit storage feature that gives each wardrobe 100 slots and can scale up to 1,000 total outfit slots depending on how many you place. The Select House option is another nice quality of life change, letting you switch between different house layouts as your gray main camp grows, including Compact House, Standard House, Spacious House, and Spacious Pelonese House. Even the housing interface itself got a polished pass with better controls and the ability to retrieve all furniture at once instead of dealing with every piece one by one. That kind of change sounds modest at first, but in practice it saves a ton of time and makes the whole housing loop feel much smoother. The update also brings a ton of fresh content into the world itself, and this is where things start to feel more alive. Birds are now part of the pet system, and there is even a new sauté, a bond item that helps you build trust with them by placing food birds like on the structure. 5 new cat pets have been added too, and Abyss Hooklang can now become your pet as well, which is a great little addition for collectors. On top of that, you can now rename horses and pets. Pets have gained accessory slots, and cats can be kept on your shoulder longer through the sigil of bonding, which honestly sounds like the kind of detail that players are going to love immediately. The patch also expands combat and gear variety with a new exclusive one-handed weapon for Damian called the Sword of Starlight, plus tree branch and sturdy tree branch weapons for Cliff and Unka, a new sturdy broom tool, and a new Baltheon armor outfit for Cliff. There are also new tattoos, secret shops, extra outfits in certain stores, and even livestock vendors spread across the world, so you can buy cows, pigs, goats, sheep, ducks, and chickens. The Cloud Cart got some important attention too, since it can now be used as a permanent mount, and a bunch of changes were made to gathering, mining, NPC reactions, item stacking, and the general balance of rewards and equipment reinforcement. It is the kind of patch that does not just add 1 or 2 things. It adds layers, and each layer makes the world feel a little fuller and a little more worth exploring. Now let us get into the part that will matter to a lot of players day to day. Controls, interface, graphics, and overall smoothness. The game now has control presets for both keyboard and mouse and controller users, which means players can pick a setup that feels better without spending forever tweaking every single option. There are also new control changes for evasion, aiming, vaulting, and interaction behavior, including the ability to make interactions trigger immediately, hold actions continuously, and switch certain roll and evasion inputs around for a more comfortable layout. The inventory got a cleaner structure with category tabs for all, documents, equipment, food, materials, and others, plus improved sorting memory so your chosen arrangement stays put even after restarting the game. The map and minimap also got a nice pass with search and filter support, memory fragment icons, customizable markers, better shop stock visibility, well icons, and even clearer north-south, east-west orientation on the minimap. Visually, the patch improves distant scenery, long-range character quality, hair lighting, and various rendering issues, while also adding accessibility options like colorblind mode, chromatic aberration, and photosensitive mode. On the technical side, there are platform-specific improvements for PC and Mac, including better upscaling and frame generation quality on supported hardware, reduced stuttering on Mac, HDR fixes, and a new Metal FX denoising upscaler option for compatible Mac systems. Of course, the official notes also list known issues, including some GPU-specific display and crash problems, controller-related quirks on Steam, and a few quest or interaction bugs that the team is still tracking, so the patch is clearly a step forward while still leaving a few rough edges to clean up later. Overall, this update feels like one of those turning point patches where the game becomes more flexible, more polished, and a lot more welcoming, whether you are there for combat, exploration, collecting, or just building up your camp and making the world your own.